Hi guys, thank you for joining us at the Wings for Life Y Tribe program. From looking at the picture, what might be the lesson today? Some of you might say crabs climbing out of a pot, and some of you might say getting out of hot or negative situations. If this was the case, you would both be right. Let's start off like we always do, with an attention grabber, with an activity. So this one is called, Would You Like a Cookie? So let's say I have a bag of cookies, and one cookie has been altered and returned to the bag. Let's say one of them was opened up, licked, and then put back in the bag. Do you want a cookie? Why or why not? What if everyone else in the room took a cookie? Would you be able to say no? What are the risks of taking a cookie? You could get germs, you could get sick, you could be the one to get that exact same cookie. So this leads to the discussion, why do we sometimes make decisions before considering the consequences? And do we always consider the risk when a friend suggests doing something that could get us into trouble? Now, when other people do things, we can sometimes be highly influenced to do that same thing. It's really important to think of the consequences of those behaviors. Our lesson today is climbing out. Let's go through it one by one. So number one, why is it difficult for the crabs to climb out of the pond? The main reason is that they are pulling each other down. Number two says, what is the pot that you are in? The pot represents negative situations, challenging situations that you might be experiencing. Number three, when you get into trouble or in the pot, are you keeping others in or yourself? So remember, guys, we can't control what other people do, and we can't always control the environment or the situation. But what we can control is how we respond to those people and those situations. So are you keeping yourself in the pot? Number four says, how do friends or others affect you in both positive ways and negative ways? So remember, there's negative peer pressure and there's also positive peer pressure. Trying out for that talent show or encouraging that you can do better on a test. Number five says, who wants to see you climb out of the pot and why? This can include parents, friends, teachers, counselors, etc. Number six says, what are the reasons for staying in the pot? This can be because sometimes people don't know to do things differently, or because they've been in these behaviors so long that that's what they're comfortable with, even though it's bad for them. Number seven says, what will your future be like if you don't get out? This helps us to see that our behaviors and our choices do directly affect our future. Number eight, what are the reasons for getting out of the pot? Number nine, what will your future be like when you climb out? So I want you to really personalize that for you. What's your definition of success and happiness? What do you want your future to be like? And number 10, what are the tools that you can use to get out? So this can include communication, asking for help, being resilient, following your goals, positive coping skills, pursuing your hobbies. And then on the very bottom, if you try to get out, you'll be attacked. Why? This is because sometimes when we have people in our lives that are doing negative things and they see you trying to be better, it can kind of make them feel bad. But if you're doing everything that you can in that particular moment, if you're doing the best you can and making choices that don't hurt you or others, then you are making positive, rational choices. For this lesson, we will be doing a journal. So our journal says, write 5 words that you could use to complete the phrase. A good friend is, let's say, trustworthy, loyal, supportive, kind, and a good influence. Do any of these words also describe you? Which ones? What would words you'd use to describe a false friend? And let's tie this into how would you describe your bronze? And to end, when you develop an awareness of the positive and negative ways that others can influence you, you will be prepared to avoid negative behaviors and their consequences. Remember, guys, we don't always have control of other people or the situations, but we can control how we respond to those. Make good choices and you surround yourself with supportive and uplifting people. Bye, guys. The Y-Try Resilience is a free program available for middle school youth. The Y-Try program was created to provide simple, hands-on solutions for dropout prevention, violence prevention, truancy reduction, and increased academic success.